Hello friends, today I am going to show you how to find a fault in this insect killing machine. It is quite easy. You will see from the uh, uh, circuit that there is this one big condenser, there is a resistance here, there is a resistance this side not to be seen, there are 4 diodes and these are 4 condensers. Even though there are 11 components on this PCB, the diagnosis of which component is faulty is very tricky. So to make my work easy, I purchased this HTC instrument which diagnoses the problems by putting the leads onto the circuit and knowing what component it is, what is the value of the component and whether it is working or not. Now let me arrange it to to diagnosis of a condenser. Now here you will see that I have put on a NF range, which means that it will tell me what is the value of the condenser. Now it may be difficult to show you, but let me try. Now I will test a condenser. After after testing all the components, I found out that the diodes are okay, the small capacitors are okay, this big capacitor is faulty and the resistances are okay. So I will find out the value of this capacitor. This capacitor has a voltage of 2 to raised to 5 MFE and 1000 volts. It is very difficult to get this capacitor, so we will try to replace it with these type of capacitors. Though the size is large, we will replace it. I have got 2 capacitors of 6 μFD 440 volt and the other one of 2.5 μFD 5% rating and of 440 volt. Now I will connect them both in series so that my voltage goes to 900 volt, and since the capacitors are in series, the resultant value of the cap will be about 3 MFD. So okay, 3 MFD is okay for this circuit. Let me do all the wiring and then show you how it looks like. I have removed the capacitor from here, these points, and I will be replacing them with these capacitors in series. Now I have put the condensers instead of this condenser. Instead of this condenser, I have put one this condenser and second this condenser. So I have put condensers or capacitors from the fan capacitors. These are used to start the fan. So I have replaced this capacitor with fan capacitors. I have adjusted the capacitors in such a way that I am getting 2.8 MFD when I combine both the capacitors in parallel. So, and the voltage rating has gone up to 1000 μFD. So this combination works very well and it is giving me sparks too. So let me test it whether it is okay or not. I'm going to test it. Yes, the tubes are working and I have charged the capacitor. Let's see if there is a shock or not. I got a spark. That means my unit is working. So what I have done finally is I have changed the original capacitor inside, which was 2.2 MFD and orange in color, to the capacitors of a fan. Fan capacitors I have put 2 so that the voltage rating goes up to 900 to 1000 volt, and adjusted the MFD in such a manner that the final MFD obtained in parallel in series of the capacitors is